Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior summer forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. I hope everyone had a fantastic Independence Day weekend. It sure was a fine one. It started out a little rough on Friday the 1st, but things really improved on Saturday and Sunday. Monday was beautiful as well, and the rain came in late last night, especially over the southern portions of the region. Hopefully everyone got to see most of the fireworks displays. If not, there is still plenty more on the way throughout the region during the summer. This is the daily video forecast discussion for Tuesday, the 5th of July, 2016. Shrouded in clouds across the forecast region this morning after a batch of moderate to heavy rain moved through the region overnight last night into early this morning. Most of that is now moving south and east off the ocean of Atlantic City, and we can see this on Doppler radar this morning too. A few showers still remain over the Delaware Valley here and exiting into southeastern New Jersey. Most of the heavy, moderate to heavy rain that fell overnight is now off the coast. And the aerial flash flood watches and aerial flood advisories have now expired from the National Weather Service. Few cells of rain here across southern New Jersey exiting the coast from Atlantic City east. Another batch here moving over the Delaware Bay here towards Ocean City in New Jersey. This will pass just to the north of Wildwood, which got hammered last night with some moderate to heavy rain. And as we can see, just a few scattered light showers breaking up around Oyster Bay and Stanford here, south of the New York waters here. And all of this drying will continue to take place over the next several hours. And currently we have plenty of clouds around the forecast region this morning, and as a result of that we have temperatures holding in the upper 60s to lower and mid 70s across the forecast region this morning, and temperatures are really going to start climbing. We're in for a little mini heat wave Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Of course, the areas that received the heaviest rain over central and southern New Jersey and the Delmarva area really didn't need the rain. The northern half of the state needed the rain, and we've got anywhere from about a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch in many spots. So it was beneficial rain, at least to wet the ground a little bit and the soil moisture underneath that grass, which has been so dry and brown over the region this summer so far. Pollen dispersal over the next 5 days will be on the low to medium side. Surf zone forecast for today for the Long Island beaches, including Coney Island, Manhattan Beach, and Jacobs Ritz Park, and Rockaway Beach as well. Low risk of rip currents today, however. Never swim near piers and jetties, never swim alone, always swim in lifeguarded areas, and always have a flotation device with you. No threat of lightning for today. Surf height is calm around 2 feet. Ultraviolet index very high once the sun gets going today. Water temperatures, it's about 70 degrees. Cloudy skies until around 2, and then mostly sunny showers earlier this morning dissipating. Max temperatures around 82, winds out of the west at 5 to 10, and the next high tide cycles for Rockaway Inlet will be occurring just around the 9 o'clock hour this morning. And for the New Jersey and Delaware beaches today, again, there is a low risk of rip currents. Lightning risk none today. Surf height around 2 feet. Ultraviolet index very high. Sunscreen a must. Water temperature around 70. Cloudy until around 2, then mostly sunny. A few showers around the region this morning, but they're becoming more isolated and scattered and well to our south. Max temperatures around 82, winds out of the west at 5 to 10, and the next high tide cycles will be occurring after 9 a.m. this morning. For New Jersey, we made a couple of mistakes. Clouds until 1, then partly sunny. Isolated shower this morning. High temperatures in lower 80s. Beach wind southwest at around 10. Surf around 3 feet. Surf temperature 71, UVI index is 8 high, low risk of rip currents. High tide cycles begin after 8:30 this morning. On the aviation weather deck early this morning, we have limited IFR, ceilings lower than 500 feet, IFR, and MVFR. All of this is gradually going to be improving. Some moderate to heavy rain showers and thunder moving from west to east across the southern terminals this morning. The rain has all but ended for Philadelphia, Trenton, Allentown, and Reading, and the precipitation forecast to be off the coast by sunrise today, which is already ongoing, or shortly thereafter. Ceilings and visibility values will improve to MVFR through MVFR range during late this morning into the afternoon. The cloud cover also going scattered for this afternoon, mostly clear expected for tonight. Some visibility restrictions may develop late tonight in any fog or haze. The wind should settle in from the west-northwest at 8 to 12, little gustier this afternoon, especially south terminals, and the winds anticipated to become light and variable again for tonight. Wednesday through Saturday, generally VFR, a few showers around and a thunderstorm each day. Several disturbances aloft move across the region where showers and thunderstorms do occur, though they'll be isolated to scattered. Lower conditions will likely develop. Right now outside of Newark, we're in IFR. We've got visibilities at 10, a west wind just due west at 5, temperature 72, dew point is 70. It's muggy. Dew point relative humidity 94%. Broken ceilings to overcast out there. Improvement to scattered to few clouds during the late afternoon hours to VFR. Right now, Philadelphia's already in VFR. Little bit of light rain there. Visibility 7. Southwest at 10. A soupy dew point at 72. Humidity 94%. Air temperature 74. And we're looking for scattered clouds to develop across the region later this morning into the afternoon with VFR conditions in place. And of course, the main story for this week will be the increasing heights, the sunshine, the humidity values, and also the high temperatures as we're getting into a mini heat wave. And heat waves generally at 90 plus with heat indices in the mid 90s last for about 3 days. And we should get that on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, possibly even on Saturday too, before cooler and drier air comes in for the second half of the weekend into the early part of next week. For this afternoon, we're expecting temperatures into the 80s, could reach 90 in a few spots, especially the southern areas. And it's going to be a pretty humid day out there as well, with a warm front moving through the region. So this morning, and then the heights begin to rise tomorrow from Wednesday through Friday, even into Saturday. We're going to have temperatures over the interior into the 90s with heat indices in the mid 90s. So heat waves, we know one thing, you need to stay out of the sun as frequently as you can during the high peaking hours of the sun between 10 and 4, especially between 12 and 3 in the afternoon, and you need plenty of non-alcoholic beverages. Watch on the elderly and, of course, your pets that are protected from the heat and humidity as well, and the lack of water. So water is definitely a thirst quencher for this heat wave. Now, temperatures on Wednesday again in the low and mid 90s, cooler along the south shore and east ends of Long Island, again with those onshore southerly flow. Wednesday, Thursday, temperatures in the 90s again. Friday, temperatures in the 90s again. Look, Saturday, temperatures still in the upper 80s to lower 90s, and then that's the end. By the time we get to Sunday, a cold front will have moved through the region. Temperatures back into the low and mid 80s, which is seasonable for this time of the year, and those forecasted temperatures remain so for the early part of next week. Forecast models into motion. We'll start off with the HRR, and that means that the precipitation exiting. We should get breaks in the cloud cover too. If we looked at the satellite view, we see lots of drier air working in on northwesterly winds during the afternoon hours, and most of the clouds beginning to dissipate, especially the further north and west you go, according to the model guidance. And just have some cirrus clouds moving in during the afternoon across the interior, and most areas will remain precipitation free. As we move into Wednesday, just a slight chance of an afternoon or evening scattered shower or thunderstorm popping in the during the afternoon and evening, and this would continue right through Thursday and Friday, and most areas will remain precipitation free. And we can see this now. Just a couple of weak disturbances moving through the flow could initiate a shower or thunderstorm locally isolated, albeit most areas will probably not receive anything through Thursday afternoon. By the time we get into Thursday night or Friday, a stronger impulse to our south will be moving through, and this could induce some shower or thunderstorm activity, particularly through southwestern Pennsylvania and the Delmarva region. Don't know if all of this here across northwestern New Jersey is going to be as widespread as that, but as this disturbance rolls through the northern mid-Atlantic coast states on Friday morning, we could still have an isolated shower or thunderstorm, and then everything begins to dry out for the weekend. GFS moves this disturbance across the Great Lakes, drags a cold front through the region. Friday night, early Saturday morning, a few showers and isolated thunderstorm across the region, mainly to the north, but still anybody in our forecast zones could still be in for a shower or thunderstorm. And a secondary cold front moving through with this low by Saturday night means it's still an isolated to scattered shower threat in the forecast, and everything dries out and begins to cool down as we head into the early part of next week. So if you're on vacation this week, you picked a perfect week to get away, but do be mindful that the heat will be on, and it does mean business. Do stay hydrated. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a great Tuesday. Welcome back to the short work week, and we'll be back in video form tomorrow morning.